As I go into the sunken cost fallacy, some things just aren't worth the stress. Certain things you may have heard throughout your life seem like noble things, yet there's no substance to them. Maybe you've heard of the term sunken cost. It's a phrase that you'll hear in an economic environment, and it's one that I want to make you familiar with today. The sunken cost fallacy is a fallacy wherein individuals confront the moments in their life where there has been a sunken cost in an irrational way. First, I'll describe what a sunken cost is. A sunken cost is a cost that has been incurred that cannot be restored by our own actions. What I mean by that is, let's say I bought a sandwich. I've already purchased it and that cost is gone. Nothing I do from that point on can recover that. It's already gone. That money has left me. It now belongs to the company who sold me the sandwich. Or I paid for a suit and it has no return policy. I can't go back to the store and sell it back to them. There's nothing I can do about it. What happens from here on out is irrelevant with that price that has been paid. So if a sunken cost is that cost that has been incurred that cannot be restored and is in the past, then a sunken cost fallacy must be a fallacy that relates to costs that I have incurred that I can't get back. What does this fallacy look like? Let's go to the example where I bought a sandwich again. Let's say it's a $10 sandwich. This sandwich, for the sake of the argument, is really big. I don't have a great appetite, so it's difficult for me to finish it. Okay, so I've eaten half of it, but the other half is uneaten and I'm too full to finish it. My buddy sitting across from me says, "Tim, you've spent $10 on that sandwich. You can't just eat half of it and throw it out." Let's pause right there. I want you to think about this. Why would he say that? Why would he say I can't just throw it out if I've already paid $10 for it? Well, there is no rational reason. What I do at this point, now that I've already paid for that sandwich, that's irrelevant. The $10 that I paid is now a sunken cost. There's nothing I can do about that. It's already gone. How is it that one thinks that my eating or not eating the rest of the sandwich somehow is a wise decision? I'm already full, so physically speaking, it can't help me. It would actually be the wrong thing to do, physically speaking. Financially speaking, there's nothing it can do for me. If I finish that sandwich, I don't make any money or save any money. If I don't eat that sandwich, I still don't make any money, save any money, nor do I even lose any money. Since there's no reason rationally for the physical sustenance that it's meant for, or the financial situation I'm in, there is no reason that choosing to finish my sandwich will somehow benefit me. If it's not going to benefit me physically speaking, and if it's not going to benefit me financially speaking, what other purpose would there be for me to finish the sandwich? After all, my friend was suggesting that the very reason why I should is because I paid for it. But what does that actually mean? And how is that relevant? Is there any rational reason why I should finish food because I paid for it? No. But I want to tell you why people think this is rational. They think it's rational because that's their method of satisfying their underlying belief that it is wrong to pay for things that you will not use. That base belief very well may be correct, but their method for satisfying it is irrational because my eating or not eating of the food will not affect my financial standing, nor will it affect my physical health positively. But since that underlying belief is the reason, and that is true, let's say, then let's think of a rational way to satisfy that belief instead. That rational method can be deciding to make wiser decisions in the future. It doesn't matter what I do now because that cost is already sunken. But in the future, I'm going to choose to buy smaller portions so that I'm not wasting money in the future. Because in this instance, with sunken costs, only our future financial decisions are what matter. The marginal ones are the ones that count. not the sunken costs. We can't change what has been taken from us already. We can only change things marginally in the future. Like if I say, I noticed I don't like suits, but I paid $500 for one. While I won't wear it because it doesn't affect my financial situation, I might say, I'm not going to buy any suits anymore, at least not for that price. Instead, I'm going to find something I will wear that I feel comfortable paying for. That would be a rational method of satisfying the belief that we shouldn't pay for things that we won't use. And with the food analogy, I don't think there's anyone in this continent of North America who has neglected to finish their food and not hear, there's starving kids in Africa who would love to eat that. You should finish it. This is an appeal to emotion because none of us want African children to starve. So by golly, of course we should eat the rest of that food. We wouldn't want those African children to starve. I'm here to break the news to you. Those African children are starving whether you eat the rest of the food on your plate or not. Your decision to either throw out or finish that last mouthful doesn't have any effect on the lives of African children on a separate continent. But the reason why people say that is because of that foundational belief that either we should not pay for things that we won't use, or we shouldn't fill our plates with food we're not going to finish. But they're going about it irrationally. They're irrationally trying to solve that problem. The rational solution for that belief that we shouldn't take on what we cannot consume is to make wiser decisions in the future. So if you're a child, or if you are the child, and there's a few more forkfuls left, and you realize you're full, instead of saying, I should just finish it and gorge myself because I don't want those African children to starve, instead you can say, next time I'm going to put less food on my plate so that I don't waste this food. You see how oftentimes with logical fallacies, there's a reason why people are thinking irrationally. And that foundational reason why they're thinking that way can be solved either irrationally or rationally. When they commit a fallacy, they're creating an irrational method to satisfy that foundation. And overcoming fallacies and thinking logically is our way to rationally solve that foundational problem. I hope all this made sense to you, and I hope that as a result, you can reflect internally on the reasons why you want to do certain things. Think about it. Why is it? What is the reason? If you keep asking yourself why until you figure out what the true fundamental reason is, decide if the way that you're going about solving it is rational or irrational. If what you're doing actually has an effect on what you're trying to solve. If it doesn't, figure out how to change it. If it does, I'm proud of you. So keep thinking logically. If you want to see some of my other videos, check out what I have on my channel and check out some of my playlists as well. And hit that subscribe button and the bell button as well so that you never miss out on my future videos. You're watching Freedom Thinks with Timothy Rogers. See you in the next video.